What's up, guys? This is Pitt. Welcome back to True Nerds. Uh, Today, I just wanted to react to some content on social media, like TikTok, YouTube, that I find hilarious and just like plain, just flat out stupid. Because I just want to get my 2 cents on it. So this is a particular content creator. He's a Twitch streamer. I think he went full time like a month ago or whatever. His name is he goes by Kaya Mintz, and this is a video of his nightly routine, which is just getting ripped to shreds right now on TikTok. So let's play it. Okay, so he walks to the gas station for some goodies. I don't know why that's part of his nightly routine. Typically, the stuff that's part of your nightly routine is like, getting your pajamas on, brushing your teeth, going to the bathroom, setting your alarm for the next morning, that kind of stuff. So part of your nightly routine is to chug a can of Ghost, which is like has a ridiculous amount of caffeine in it, and chug a Voltage Mountain Dew. So that's even more caffeine and more sugar. Do you realize, dude, that caffeine is a stimulant? It's designed to keep you awake and alert, not help you sleep. Unless you want to crash in like a few hours, you're going to be up for a while, buddy. That's normal stuff, I guess. But then you're watching YouTube before bed, so you're also once again stimulating your brain. This kid's a genius. Not really. All right. This is the one that's actually been making people upset and like question his intelligence here, like, because this video pissed me off. Content creation is harder than your 9 to 5. Whose 9 to 5 are you talking about? There's a variety of 9 to 5 jobs. Are you talking about office work? Oh, sitting in front of a computer all day is so hard. And getting to create content, which I imagine is strenuous, it can be, because I have created content before, and there are some frustrations that come with to creating content, live streaming. I get it, but seriously, kid. Okay, this kid sounds entitled, for sure. I don't know if anyone can hear this. Okay, so like I said earlier, there's a variety of different 9 to 5 jobs out there, bud. You sound entitled. You get to sit in front of a computer all day in an air conditioned house, and many people have already said this to you. In front of a computer and create content and live stream. You get to create your own hours, you get to be your own boss. Do you realize that many 9 to 5 jobs, typical conventional jobs, are backbreaking work? That some jobs are, you're literally putting your life on the line. Like someone who's a police officer who, even during a routine traffic stop, can have that driver pull a gun out, put it in the cop's face, and then bang, cop's dead. How about firefighters who literally go into burning buildings on a regular basis? They literally save lives. What about doctors, nurses who are on call, who work extremely long hours, and if you're a specialist of some type, like a cardiologist or an oncologist or a surgeon, that requires technical skills and years of knowledge, years of studying and practice. You're saying your job's harder than doing plumbing, which requires going to technical school. It's harder than electrical work. It's harder than construction. Your job's harder than that? Really? Are you for real? You got to be joking. Are you a troll? Are you just trying to troll people? Maybe. Your job's harder than theirs. Seriously. I would gladly give my respect to someone who flips hamburgers at McDonald's, and I would give my respect to you, dude. I don't know how old you are, but you sound like a typical Gen Zer, and you make other Gen Zers look bad, because there are people around your age group that probably do have to work long and strenuous hours. No one works a typical 9 to 5 anymore, by the way. Some people do work night shifts. Some people have to work overnight. Some people have to get up early in the morning to work. They come home, they're sweaty, they're dirty, they're in pain, but they're making good money, and they're putting the time and the effort in. Your job does not give you health insurance, no retirement plan of any kind. If Twitch was to shut down tomorrow, if YouTube was to shut down tomorrow, you would have no job. If TikTok went away, you wouldn't be able to post on there and make some money. Give me a break, man. I wonder how that conversation goes at dinner if you have siblings. I don't know what your parents do, but you're having this family dinner, or it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, and that maybe you have siblings or one of them's a cop, one of them's a firefighter. The firefighter starts talking, because your parents ask, like, how's your job going? Like, oh, the firefighter's like, oh, it's pretty stressful. I had to go into a burning building yesterday, and I almost lost my life. I'm very thankful I was able to get out. It was impossible to see the smoke that was inside. It took a while to break down the door where the people were in the house, but we got out. We got out, and I'm thankful, that I came out with just some, bruises and whatnot. Then the other sibling, she's a cop, and she's like, oh, my job's pretty stressful too. I was just on patrol, and I was doing what I thought was a routine traffic stop. The driver was speeding. Pulled him over. He pulled the gun out as soon as he opened the window. I saw my life literally flash before my eyes. Literally. I was very thankful I was able to de-escalate the person. But I could have lost my life that day. And then you, Kaya, they're like, oh, my job's pretty stressful too. I was like, oh, how so? They're like, oh, I think I'm developing carpal tunnel because I have to type all day. And also I have to constantly click a mouse. And it's just so hard, and making content all day, and just, it's tough. Man, my job is so difficult. It's more difficult than yours. If you are that stupid, which I kind of hope you are, and you have siblings who do conventional jobs, I hope they laugh in your face, because everyone else on TikTok is right now. Everybody, pretty much. It's like, and they're laughing like, are you serious? Your job's not hard at all. You need to sit at home all day. You're not breaking your back at all. I have some advice for you. I don't know if you worked a real job at all. I would encourage you to go work one. Even just something like retail, which I did for over 15 years. Because that's backbreaking. That's strenuous. You have customers in your face all the time. You have your managers breathing down your neck. Sometimes you're short-staffed. But I still went in there with a smile on my face because I needed the money, and I did do it with pride. I wanted to, I want to clarify this. I don't want to diminish the job that you do, because you know what? Good for you. If you're making money that way, good for you. But making a stupid statement like that, where your job is harder than people who have 9-to-5 jobs, you have no idea what you're talking about. And you need to reevaluate. Just putting it out there. What an idiot. All right, let's see. Let's go to YouTube. Let's do something a little bit more light. All right, so lighthearted. All right, this is someone I watch sometimes. She's ASMR darling. I'm not usually the biggest fan of ASMR, but I do like the gaming content that she posts when she actually does. She usually does like makeup videos and videos that deal with like tingles and triggers and stuff, but like sometimes she does content like this. She did this, I think, a couple of years ago. I was gonna check to see if this actually has sound. Deal with like tingles and triggers and stuff, but like sometimes. Sorry if you hear that. Content like this. So the sound is cut out on the video, then that's good. So that won't have to deal with possible copyright issues because of the sound. Let me see if I can actually get this to work, so you can actually listen to it. Because I don't think you heard the other. You don't think you heard the other video, but that's good, because he seems like a kid that probably, say, hey, it's copyright infringement. I hope not, but all right. So let's see if this actually works. I don't know if you can hear. I don't know if you can hear this. I'm just going to check out my stream here. Just play this for a little bit. I'm not playing the whole video unadulterated, because that would be a copyright issue. Be a copyright issue. Okay, you can't hear it at all. All right, hold on. Why is this not working? I'm so sorry. This is what happens sometimes. It's okay when you when you create content, when you do stuff live. I mean.
Okay, this is the Super Nintendo.
All right, so I think her name is Taylor, and she seems like to be a really nice person. I don't have a personal issue with this person at all. Just to clarify, for honesty and transparency's sake. So the purpose of this video is like she is like role playing like the cute nerdy girl that works at a video game store in the 90s. So the purpose of this video is like she is like role playing like the cute nerdy girl that works at a video game store in the 90s.
It is one of our first consoles we received in the store.
The purpose of this video is like she is like
came out in 1990
like
or 91, I believe.
Cute nerdy girl that works at a video game store in the 90s.
It is one of our first. It's by far my favorite video game console.
Like
came out in
role playing like the cute nerdy girl that. Okay, so they can't hear it.
This is the power.
All right, so she is reviewing. She's showing the customer. The Super Nintendo. That background, by the way, because it's obviously a green screen. It's a Japanese video game store because those are all Famicom cartridges, that's the Japanese version of NES cartridges. So I'm just wondering why she didn't pick a green screen that showed a retro game store in the States that would have actual NES cartridges. So I imagine she has to make content constantly, because of the algorithm and stuff. It's just interesting that she went with that one. But let's continue.
Go on and off.
Okay. It clearly says power on it. I've seen this video so many times. Is it implied that maybe the person is talking to doesn't know how to read? Because it's clearly labeled. Or maybe they don't know they can't read English. But if they can't read English, then they would be able to understand her anyway. All right.
This is the reset button.
Which is labeled the reset button. It's clear. Okay.
To
all right.
reset your game.
Uh-huh.
And then this is where you slide in your games.
Where else will you put it?
And this is to eject your game.
In case you couldn't read. It's so hard. It takes a lot of skills to use a Super Nintendo.
Very intriguing.
Uh-huh.
And there's only 2 controller outlets.
You can say controller inputs or ports, but that's fine. Can you imagine if you were in a video game store like this, and then there's someone, the salesperson is just sitting there like scraping their fingers just against a console or like a cartridge or some shit, and then goes back to talking. That would not really work in real life. That would be funny to see, though.
Back, there's some vents to breathe.
Vents to breathe, because having good venting on a console, that's a good selling point, by the way. That's what I look for when I buy a console.
And your cords and stuff.
That's your Okay, let's go back. Because I'm nitpicking this. That is your AV. That's your power. And this is actually, that's your RCA in case if you had a CRT TV that did not have AV out on it. So, let's click again.
And some your cords and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Of course, this won't be the Super Nintendo that you would get if you were to purchase.
Oh, okay. So the exact year this video is taking place in is 1996. So like the N64 just came out because she will show the customer later. Yep. The reason why it's brown, by the way, is because I think because they put bromide in it to give it the gray color. The video game historian explains that better, but many N64s changed this color over time. Mine is discolored for sure.
Let me show you the other console.
Uh-huh.
Actually, let me show you the controllers to this console first.
Okay. How's everyone doing?
Okay, so this is the first controller.
First controller. Okay.
Let me unwrap it for you.
All right. That's fine.
It's very small, light.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
In your
It's one of the best controllers ever made, in my opinion.
hands.
Yep. Yep. Gonna have to stop to do this because I know it's ASMR. Yep, I know.
Start and select button.
In case you couldn't read, it was start and select. All right, continue.
You have Y, X, A, and B.
Again, clearly labeled.
Then a little keypad over here.
It's not a keypad. That's a directional pad. Yep, I'm one of those guys who's gonna just nitpick this.
And then your bumpers.
Those are not bumpers. They're just the L and R button. Bumpers is a term associated with Xbox controllers. Well, 360 ones more specifically.
Edges aren't square.
That's
What a
true.
Big design flaw.
Yeah, okay. She's talking about the NES controller. Fair enough. That's a fair point she made.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Just dropped my lip gloss. Would you care if I reapplied it right now? Okay.
I know that I know, customer, you probably have things to do, but could you sit here and wait while I reapply my lip gloss? My lips are dry.
My lips are starting to feel a little dry.
Just wait, please. Holy fuck. Oh my god.
This just tastes so good.
I sure hope it does. Good for you.
Perfect.
Good for you.
Just put that off to the side.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Our next system is going to be the Nintendo 64.
Which I actually just bought mine earlier this year, believe it or not. Never owned one when I was growing up.
This came out in 1996.
It's this year. Yeah. Yep. It's the year you're actually living.
Yeah, it just came out this year.
According to this roleplay, so.
I can't believe we're already about to be in 1997. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that was a long time ago for me.
Okay, and you can see the difference between the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64.
No, I couldn't tell the difference at all. I thought they were exactly the same thing.
Big difference is there are 4 controller outlets instead of 2. So that was a really big step that they took.
Uh-huh.
You can still see that they're going with the insert of the video game.
In case you didn't know where the video game went. Yep, gotta stop to do that. I know. Again, I know this is an ASMR video.
And this does feel slightly lighter than the Super Nintendo, so it's very advanced.
For the time being, yeah.
Very light,
Mm-hmm.
durable.
Sure.
So it's basically the perfect console
Okay.
for you and your family, or your girlfriend, or whoever, or boyfriend, whatever.
Okay.
There's more vents.
I wonder if there's anyone who actually buys a console because it has great ventilation. I know that matters for a computer, for a PC. Does it really matter for a console? Does anyone think about that? I actually want to know. I want to know someone who actually considers that when they purchase
There's
one.
a lot of vents on this one.
Yeah, because it probably runs hotter. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, gotta stop to do that again. Absolutely.
And another big step is there's a memory expansion pack.
Which is a gimmick. It's not the memory expansion doesn't really that she has in there, which is she's gonna take it off, obviously.
So you can just
That's real. That's not it. It technically, in a way, expands memory, but not really. That thing was originally designed for Donkey Kong 64 to, I think if this is correct, to rectify a game-breaking bug on the cartridge, and even that wasn't a 100% fix. But they literally had to package it with the game and then say, "Ooh, this game is more powerful because it has more memory on it." There's only a few games that actually utilize the expansion pack. Normally, it would come with a jumper pack, which is black. Majora's Mask, it's essential to have that. And there's a few other games that they aren't coming to mind, but other than that, it does not really make a big difference in the performance in the N64.
use more space on your Nintendo 64.
No, because you can just get switch your memory card forward. Most cartridges have built-in battery backup.
And off
In case you couldn't read.
in your reset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty obvious. I think a person who couldn't read could figure out how to turn that console
So yeah,
on and off and reset it.
the controllers for the system.
She picked the worst color, by the way, when she shows it to you. Yeah, you shouldn't when you have a green screen, which I don't own, but that's a cool controller color for sure because it's see through. I know one person who owns one of those, but it's green, and problem is you're not gonna be able to see it very well. See, like certain things are like.
Nintendo 64 controller right here.
See, it gets colored because it's green. Like you can't. The fact is, like you can't even see the A button right now. It's so funny. She should have picked one. She should have used the standard gray when she was showing it off.
See-through controller, so it's kind of cool how you can.
What? I think she screwed that up. Hold on.
Okay, so we have our Nintendo 64 controller right here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is a neon see-through
Oh,
controller.
I thought she said non.
Kind of cool how you can see all the technology on the inside of it.
I mean, it's neat. Yeah.
How it works. It's very fascinating.
Okay. Let's take a look at. Look at it for a minute. Yep.
And then you have a joystick and
Yep, that's true.
keypad,
That was revolutionary at the time.
arrow pad, whatever.
It's a directional pad.
But it does have its own right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's A.
In case you can't tell, they're the A and B buttons. Then again, someone who can't read would be able to tell. Eventually, be able to tell which one's the A and which one's the B button, just by trying out the game.
And then some arrows.
They're not arrows; they're C buttons.
And a back little bumper.
Not a bumper; it's a Z button.
How cool.
Uh,
And then your normal left and right.
L and R. Yep. And let's just do this. Let's just play with the controller in front of the customer. Just stare at them. I wonder if this customer is actually uncomfortable right now. I would be. Oh, shit. All right, let's keep going.
Okay, now I'm going to be showing you a selection of our video games for both of those consoles. So I'll go over here and get them.
Okay.
I have a huge things of video games that you could pick over yourself, or I could just show you some if you want.
That's good.
You want me to show you some? Okay.
I do appreciate that.
First, let me show you the ones that we have in little sleeves so it's easier to see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this first game is Jordan versus Bird.
Never played it, so I can't really say anything about it. Yep, it's time to click again. And thing. Carson's like, can you get on with it already?
These are the bigger version Super Nintendo games.
No, they're not. That's an NES game, and I think you actually knew that. You made a mistake.
This is for Super Nintendo.
No, it's not.
We do have some newer, smaller versions.
Or just regular size Super Nintendo cartridges.
Look at,
Yeah.
but I'll just show you some of these for now.
Okay.
I haven't personally played this game, but
Then why would you show it to the customer if you never played it yourself?
from my friends, I hear it's really fun.
Okay. That's fine. I've done that before. Yeah, this customer, just wait until I'm done scratching my nails on this. I know, no one would actually do this in a store, but...
And our next one is one of my personal favorites.
That's my favorite game of all time, if you actually know me. Yep. I gotta tap my nails first before I show it to you. Just hold on, just a minute.
It's by far one of the best Super Marios in my opinion.
Yep, she's right there.
I love how Mario can fly.
Yep, that's
with
true.
The little raccoon leaf tail thing. Why does he turn into a raccoon when he gets a leaf? I have no clue.
It's because of the fact that when the game was being made, Shigeru Miyamoto wanted to give Mario like animal forms to an extent. That's why you have like Raccoon Mario, you have Frog Mario, you have Tanuki Mario. And Raccoon Mario and Tanuki Mario are, I think there's some kind of vague reference to Japanese mythology.
Because he can fly.
Certainly the Tanuki is.
Really fun.
Yep. I'm going to stare at you for a few minutes, chewing my gum loud.
Another that we have is...
I just got that game, actually. It's a good game.
This even comes with the instruction booklet.
Cool. If this was a shop in 1996, hopefully they're selling brand new video games. Maybe they're selling used ones at this point. It's a possibility. But if you bought a brand new copy of the game, which I think probably would brand new would probably still be sitting on the shelf somewhere at that time period. You just buy it in the box and it would come in the instruction manual anyway. Yeah, let me tap this first before I actually open it for you. Yeah.
It's official. Nintendo seal of quality.
Doesn't really mean much. There's a lot of shitty games out there that are on the NES that are garbage. Watch some angry video game newer episodes that have with games that actually have the Nintendo seal of quality on it, and they're trash. It doesn't mean anything.
It just gives you the instructions for the game.
Story time.
Dr. Mario, something terrible has happened. What's wrong, Nurse Toadstool? Oh, one of the experiments has gone out of control. The viruses are spreading quickly.
What kind of experiments was Mario exactly doing? Was he doing bioweapon experiments?
I have just developed a new vitamin that should be able to take care of it. I sure hope this stuff works.
I sure hope so. It's a good puzzle game. It's not my favorite puzzle game, but I know people that love Dr. Mario.
You have the
It's a cool cartridge.
actual game itself.
Yeah. I just got that from the comic book store the other day. I never actually owned it physically. And I was like, I got it for like $10. I was like, yeah, it's not going to break the bank, so let's do it up.
And then our next Nintendo Super Nintendo
I only own that on the Game Boy. I don't own it on NES.
Boy.
They both play the same though.
Popular one.
It was a popular arcade game, and that's a good version because it's in color. But it's a good game.
You're basically a paper.
Isometric arcade game when you're on a bike.
Those front doors and you have to aim correctly.
That's a very good description of the game.
So yeah, I've only played this a couple times.
So she's knowledgeable. She to be fair to her, she is knowledgeable about things about video games because I can tell. I think generally she's a gamer from watching her other videos. She does know what she's talking about to an extent. She's not stupid by any means. These are just nitpicks.
Okay, this is a great favorite for the old school people out there. Where's Waldo?
No, it's not. All it is just Where's Waldo. It's a terrible game. You can really just go out or to Barnes & Noble or go on Amazon and buy actual Where's Waldo books. You'll get a lot more value out of them. Oh my god. I love the description of this that she gives for this game.
And this game is basically finding Waldo.
Yep, that's all you can say about it.
The last of bigger Super Nintendo games is very simple game.
Yes. Okay. Good for you. We get it. Let me do this first, and then I'll get. She should not picked that because that game has a green background because it's a golf game, and so you can't. It looks mostly black and just looks distorted because of the green screen.
This is exactly what it says.
That's true.
Okay, that was just a few of our bigger Super Nintendo games.
They're not Super Nintendo games again. They're NES games. All right, so she's okay. So let's recap. So she showed Super Mario Bros. 3. Great game. That's an essential for the NES. She showed Dr. Mario, which is a great puzzle game. Not my favorite. I would rather buy Tetris, but which I do own. But to each their own. She showed Golf, which was a Nintendo black box game. If you like golf, it's a decent golf game. I believe that there's another game I think it's the NES Open. I think that's actually a better golf game. I think that's what it's called. NES Open Golf, maybe something like that. It's got Mario characters in it. She showed us Paperboy, decent arcade game. It's a good arcade game. It's not a bad game if you bought it for cheap, and you'll get some enjoyment out of it. Showed Where's Waldo, not a game that people should buy. That's a waste of money. Go out and buy actual Where's Waldo books. You'll have more enjoyment with them. And she showed George versus Bird. I can't make a judgment on that. It's obviously a basketball game. Never played it. If you're gonna play a basketball game on the NES, play Double Dribble instead. Okay.
So, this is the smaller Super Nintendo game.
No, just regular size.
This is what it looks like.
Yeah,
Very advanced, I know.
Okay.
This is one of my favorites on the Super Nintendo. Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites too.
I think.
I don't know if I prefer that one or I think many of my friends say their favorite Donkey Kong Country is the second one, which is Diddy Conquest, which is the pirate themed one. I think that might be a better one. Sparked a revolution, huh? Interesting. No, she can't think of the words to say.
Video games, adventure games.
It's a great platformer for sure.
It's very similar to Mario.
Sort of. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
It's fun. You could have described... You know what, though? You could have described it... You could have described... You get to ride an animal buddies. You get to go through, like, the jungles, the forests, like, snowy mountains. Like,
okay, this is another great one.
You're not the most effective salesperson.
Mortal Kombat.
If you're going to get a Mortal Kombat game for... I keep pausing this because this is supposed to be commentary. If you're going to get a Mortal Kombat game for the Super Nintendo, get Mortal Kombat 2. That has the blood in it. That version does not have blood in it. That's the tame version. If you're going to play Mortal Kombat on a classic console, play the Genesis version.
Very, karate style.
Now, that's very generic. If you're going to describe Mortal Kombat, you would say it's a very gory, bloody fighting game that involves things like fatalities, like characters like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and it uses the fighters look like real people that, they look like actual real life people that have been put into the game. If you actually play the game, you know what I'm talking about. Yep, that's true. For that version, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
That version does have better visuals and better sound, though. I have to give them that. No gore, though.
So, since I have so many Mario games,
Sure.
I should show them all to you at once.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Super Mario World.
Yep, gets it's distorted because of the green screen. One of the best Mario games ever made, though. It's my favorite Super Nintendo game.
Another great one. In this one, if you get a feather, you can fly with a cape.
Yeah, I don't really have an explanation for that one, but that's literally the best power-up in all of Mario. You can debate me if you want, but you can fly indefinitely if you have open space. You can ground pound if you descend really fast. You can descend slow. You can spin attack. You can use it as a weapon. It's so versatile.
How does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a video game.
And here's an RPG Mario. Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars.
One of the best Mario games as well. and one of the best
Personally,
RPGs ever made.
I love this one. It has always been my favorite, one of my favorites out of the Mario games. So,
Oh, it's so good. I might play that again soon.
and then there is a Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
It's only called Super Mario World 2 for marketing purposes. It's really just a Yoshi game. That
I love this one too.
Yeah, it's really good. Great art style. Still holds up well to this day. Its sequels, not so much.
And then there's this last one. It is a great, great game to have if you love Mario, any Mario games.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario.
That or the Wii version, or you can play it actually digitally on Switch. Yeah, I paused it where our eyes were like that was not intentional. That's the way to play Mario 1, 2, 3 and Lost Levels.
All-Star.
Yep. Yeah, she actually did that for one of her videos.
Games that come with
Played 3.
later. Super rare. I think I have it right here. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, Super Mario The Lost Levels.
Yep.
Anything you can imagine.
Well, it wouldn't be anything you can imagine. It's just 4 games. Sorry, this chair sucks. It's not the possibilities are endless kind of thing. It's not like Minecraft.
What would you say your favorite movie is that's come out recently?
Recently, my favorite movie that came out recently. It's either between The Batman and Spider-Man No Way Home.
You like Lion King? Well, that is perfect for you. We have the Lion King video game.
Such a hard
I personally
game.
beat this.
Good for you. Stop again.
You play Simba.
Uh-huh. It's cool.
So yeah. So let me know if you want me to hold on to this for you. Want to know what my favorite movie is? I know it only came out a few years ago, but Jurassic Park.
Oh my god, there's so many problems with that game. Well, actually, there's one huge problem. Visually, it's appealing because when you're outside, it's a bird's eye view. When you're inside, like buildings, it's first person, which is fine. It's a fairly lengthy game. The big problem with that game, this particular game, is no save feature. You have to do all in one sitting.
His all-time favorite movie.
It's a good one. That's the best
Think-
Jurassic Park movie, in my
3
opinion.
years ago.
Yeah, I think it came out in like 1993.
The video game is just like you're living in the movie.
Not exactly.
And the last thing that I'm going to show you is this video game, Star Fox. It is a very, very popular.
Must own for the Super Nintendo.
I can see why. It is so much fun.
It's got the FX chip in it.
It is awesome.
Yes, it is. So it's a great game. That is a definite must own for the Super Nintendo.
You get to fly. You can adventure on a planet. It's awesome.
That's I guess a very generic description. So she actually showed all the games that she showed on the Super Nintendo are actually really great games. I would say most of them are definite must-owns. All the Mario games that she showed, Donkey Kong Country, Star Fox. I haven't played Lion King in so long, so I can't really say much about it. Jurassic Park. I don't know about that one. That was the other one I didn't really agree with. I wish she should have shown things like, maybe she doesn't own them, but like Kirby Superstar, Super Punch Out, or Earthbound, which I know is really expensive. F-Zero, which is a great racing game, or even like another great racing game like Super Mario Kart. Even going to the NES, she didn't throw like the original Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, Legend of Zelda. She didn't show any Zeldas at all. And I know for a fact from watching a video, she's a Zelda fan. I wonder who's watching. I hope it's not me, because I'm not on my Twitch right now.
As for our Nintendo 64 games,
Yep.
I will show you the first one.
Good game. Once again, it's distorted because there's a lot of green on the cartridge. It's too bad. That's a must-own for sure.
It's a whole other world.
Not the best way to describe it. You go into Peach's castle and you jump through paintings.
The graphics on it are great.
Yeah, that's true for their time. Yeah, for their time, sure.
It's 3D.
Yeah.
And you can adventure in the different worlds. It's like you're living in the game. It's crazy.
No.
Technology is just so advanced.
For that time, for what year you're in, yeah. Because that game was revolutionary for its time.
Across the screen.
No more running across the screen.
It's a really cool one.
Okay.
Next, I have this magical Tetris
What a random game to pick.
challenge.
Never played it.
It's just Tetris.
I'm pretty sure it probably plays somewhat like Tetris with some additional features in it.
And of course, I have the Banjo-Kazooie.
Both fantastic games, both must-owns, which I don't own,
Banjo.
unfortunately.
What is the difference between these two? Oh no, this one.
One's one's the sequel, the one's the first one.
Banjo-Tooie.
Uh-huh.
I love these games. I love.
That's Kazooie.
Is that his name? Kazooie? I don't remember.
It's literally on the cartridge.
I love throughout. It's like an adventure, kind of similar to Mario.
Yeah, it's a collectathon. I'll give her that.
I love how you can fly in this.
Yes, you can. You can in both.
This one you can fly in. Or can you fly in both? I don't remember.
You can in both.
I love this one because of the little
Mambo
stone
Jumbo.
guy. How he can cast spells on you and turn you into other creatures.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is a cool feature.
So yeah. I loved being an ant.
That was fun. That was fun. I actually find the first one to be the better game, though, to be honest with you. It's an opinion, though.
Next we have Donkey Kong 64.
Which is kind of a boring game, by the way. I bought that. That's the one of two actually real N64 cartridges I own, because most of mine are fake. I bought them off some seller on eBay, and they're all reproduction cartridges. That was one of the real ones I bought. I bought at a comic book store, and it came in a custom N64 case, which was really cool. And it came with the instruction manual. It's boring, though.
Keep falling.
Probably shouldn't have worn them then.
Next we have Donkey Kong 64. It's also another kind of world adventure game.
Yeah, it's true. You have to rescue the other cons, though, and that's like
You
in.
have to rescue
Yep.
Donkey Kong's siblings.
I don't know if they're actually siblings or cousins. It's ambiguous.
Cousins, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's his family.
In a matter of speaking, yeah.
It's cool. You have different. You're on the beach a lot.
Yeah.
Islands. But you have to defeat the scary gator monster villain thing.
King K. Rool.
I think the first one you rescue is Diddy Kong.
Yeah, because in order to 100% complete this game, you have to get all 4 Kongs, and then you have to go through the levels like several times because they all have their separate sets of bananas, separate sets of like all this other shit. I was like falling asleep just playing the first level. I'll probably push myself through the game at some point in my life. Ooh.
Next is
Got dizzy for a second.
Mario Kart 64.
Oh, which I don't own physically.
There's Nintendo 64 without Mario
No, she is right that it's
Kart
Mustone.
64. Come on.
Yeah, she is right. Stop again to click on that.
You basically
Anything
race
else?
other characters or other people that play with you.
That's good description.
Always win against my mom.
Yeah,
Sometimes she kicks my butt.
that's cool. Good for you.
Okay. So next we have a racing game
I heard that is a good game. I've never actually played
for
it.
you. It's called Cruisin' USA. My dad loves this game. It's crazy how much he loves this game. What do I know about it? Absolutely nothing other than it's a racing game.
Why would you show it to the customer if you don't know anything about it?
So you'd have to check this one out yourself.
You know, I was a gaming associate at Toys R Us for years, and yet, granted, I did not know every single thing about every single game. But like, if it was a game I don't know, I would honestly say to the customer, I don't really know much about the game, but perhaps I can find someone who would know how to describe it better, or let's go on a computer and look for a description for it. And over time, though, you'd learn what about most games on the shelf naturally. So I would not really just, if a customer asked about a game, I wouldn't say, I don't know. I wouldn't say, oh, I've never, like, you wouldn't. That's not the way you would. I would explain it if you didn't know about a certain game.
Okay. And then we have a James Bond
The PS1 version's better,
game, 007. World is Not Enough.
which is interesting because they're both the PS1 version, and X64 version are 2 different games.
I have played this before.
Mm-hmm.
This would not be my favorite James Bond game, I would say.
Yeah, it's not mine
This
either.
one's fun. This
Because the EA started making them when
The
Tomorrow Never
World
Dies came
is
out, and that was
great
just
as-
like,
the other one I'm gonna show you, so just keep this one in mind though. Now GoldenEye, this is where it's at. This is
that is a must-own
the James
for the
Bond
system.
game you want to play.
Yep.
This is the James Bond game that you have to play.
Yeah, that's the must-own. Great campaign. Like, you can unlock a bunch of really awesome cheat codes and, like, playable characters for multiplayer. Multiplayer, though, is, like, where it's at. Like, it's 4 players, split screen. Like, my friends and I always played on Temple. Golden Gun. That was the way to go.
I love this game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
The graphics are great too.
For the time being, sure.
People.
Sort of. They're kind of blocky still. Granted, it's early 3D.
And another racing game is NASCAR.
Okay, so this part here, she was like, I was like, really, like, what's going on? Okay, so she told the customer the name of the game, And then she went back. She goes back to the bucket.
Another great game is this
Take Two.
NASCAR game. It's basically another racing game.
Yeah, that's true. If you like NASCAR.
And if your game ever doesn't work, or if it's just not connecting to the TV, just...
I'm pretty sure my brother taught me that, because you're not actually supposed to do that with cartridges. For somehow they made them. I don't know how it worked. Maybe because your saliva created electricity between the cartridge and the cartridge slot, and I don't know. But that actually, over time, will make the the inside cartridge rust.
I promise it'll help.
I'm glad she mentioned that, though. That was a good touch.
I think that the last game I'm going to show you out of the Nintendo 64 ones.
My friend owns this. It's a good port. It's a good port of. It's actually a pretty decent port of the game.
My brother absolutely loves this game.
I never got into StarCraft growing up, but I knew people who played it. I like watching it.
You're probably in space or something.
Yeah, the star would give it away. And
Great game from what I've heard.
yeah, so I don't really know anything about this game, but I'm going to show it to you anyway.
So that's it for all the video games that I'll be showing you today. You have been a...
So for the N64, you didn't show things like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, Super Smash Brothers, Pokemon Snap, Kirby 64.
great customer. I actually kind of like you. You're cute.
Oh, so okay, that's cool. Let's flirt with the person.
You listen. You don't just assume I don't know what I'm talking
There are some things you didn't know what you were talking about.
about because I'm a girl. Girls can...
It has nothing to do with your gender or your sexual orientation.
Yeah. So since you've been so nice, I think I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of a new console. You cannot tell anyone about this. Okay?
This part is
won't be
absurd.
released for another 4 years. So, yeah, it's just a prototype. It's not the actual.
How the fuck did this particular game shop, I don't know where it is, get a hold of a prototype that's not coming out for another 4 years? That's what I want to know.
Thing, but
Who the hell do they know at Nintendo?
it's very advanced. And I've been trying to keep my mouth shut about it, but I just have to tell someone.
If that actually was to happen, and a store got a hold of a prototype that doesn't count for 4 years, I'm certain that everyone that worked at that store would have to sign a non-disclosure agreement that they legally cannot talk about the console, like how review embargoes work. You cannot review the game until the company says you can review it, or you can't talk about the console's technical specs until the company says you can talk about them. So she is like breaking the law and breaching contracts.
So, can you keep a secret?
Yeah. So now you just made him or her an accessory.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go get it.
This thing would probably have to be very secure, but I like you, so I'm just gonna show it to you. Oh my god.
You will never believe this. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Look at something. Look.
Look at that. It's called the Nintendo GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does not come out for another 3 or 4 years. I think 4 years.
Where's Nintendo with their cease and desist? You're opening yourself up for a lawsuit.
Look at it. It's so small.
Yeah, that's the color one I have too.
I could just take this with me on the go.
It's a good system for sure.
It's so great. Look, it's so small.
We get
It's
it now.
so light.
Yeah, we understand.
It just looks so 21st century.
It sucks that the system actually did better than. No, it didn't. It underperformed. The Xbox did better than that, which is unfortunate because it's more powerful, technically speaking, than the PS2. Even though the PS2 was way more accessible because the PS2 could read full DVDs as opposed to due to to the piracy concerns. They put their games on smaller DVDs, so there's less information.
Watch this.
Ooh.
You see that? Yeah, look. That spins.
Don't touch that. You're gonna damage
You're
it.
going to start using DVDs or discs, whatever they are.
The customer's like, "What's a DVD?" We're still watching VHS tapes.
Small.
Mm-hmm.
Must have a lot of memory on it. On the whatever the disc or.
Nope. Those DVDs again have less memory than the standard DVDs they use for PS2 and Xbox games. Like Resident Evil 0 and 1 are 2-disc games because of that reason. Yeah.
The power button.
In case you didn't know how to read again, or you wouldn't be able to figure it out on your own.
And then reset.
Uh huh.
And then look, 2 slots for memory. And 1, 2, 3, 4 controller.
Ooh.
Things.
I have to give her credit because her systems are actually in really good condition, like really excellent condition.
It's so cool. Yeah, it's fascinating.
You want to hold on to this thing. You're not supposed to know it exists. You should have never taken it out to begin with. Funny. She's hilarious. Hopefully we didn't get caught on camera.
I hope you enjoyed seeing that. So,
Uh-huh.
did you decide what you wanted to buy while you were looking at the GameCube? You don't know? Okay. Well, do you want to look around a little bit and get back to me about which console you want or video games? Okay. That'll be fine. I'll be waiting right here and it won't be a problem. So I hope you have a wonderful day and just take a look around, enjoy yourself. Let the GameCube ponder in your mind. Okay, bye.
Okay. So the customer ends up not buying anything after all that. I wouldn't if someone kept doing scratching and poking and just like looking at you while they're doing it. I know that wouldn't happen in real life. Just to be perfectly clear, this is purely for comedic effect. But it's just, oh man, she is funny. All these Taco Bell commercials. This is where I really wanted to get to. I bet many of you have seen them. All right, this is literally like, so this commercial has the goalie, right? And this is like a very important soccer game. Maybe it's like the World Cup or something. The ball hits the side of the goalpost. But nope. Winning the World Cup. Psst. Screw that. When you need a taco, you need a taco.
Cheese you crave.
Screw all that fame and fortune, notoriety, and the sense of accomplishment that you just won, like the World Cup. You need
With
a double steak grilled
is back
burrito.
at Taco Bell. The double steak grilled cheese burrito.
Oh my god, so dumb, so stupid. Oh, this one's dumb too. All right, this is the shortened version of this commercial, but it's like because this particular commercial, the longer one, involved them are being around the campfire with their friends, and they're like having a good time, and it's like, you know, this is the night that she may be meeting her true love, and they're about to have their first kiss, and it's like so romantic, and they're out on the beach and the ocean's behind them. That falls over, and all of a sudden, nope. Screw first love. When you need a taco, you need a taco. So it's oh man, when you need a taco, you need a taco. Doesn't matter what's going on in your life. Not familiar with this one. Oh, this one's older. All right. I'm trying to find ones that are like 2021, because these are just really, in my opinion, really stupid. Oh, okay, this one's dumb. All right, so he's staring at someone. It's someone that has something in common with him. His sword hits the trash can. It's like, fuck making a friend. I need a taco. It's just, oh man, why? Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's a couple more. Let's just type in. You could have made a friend, but you need a taco first. Oh, this is the full, like, romantic one. Oh, I haven't seen this one. Oh, it's another one where it's like, oh, cute guy, like we're gonna finally meet each other and share a kiss. Nope, screw that. I need a taco instead. That's more important.
And the next pick in the 2022 NBA draft is Johnny Davis. Let me tell you about Johnny Davis. This kid is special with a capital S. He's an incredible shooting guard.
You just got offered one of the best contracts ever to join the the NBA, but nope. When you need a taco, you need a taco. Screw that. Screw like the multi-million-dollar contract and all that. You need a taco. That's more important.
Cutting your burrito? You're such a Virgo.
And you have serious Libra vibes. You got 2 different burritos because you couldn't decide.
It is not an easy decision,
That's exactly what a Libra would say.
says the girl who cuts her burrito.
All right, that one's fine. What's this one?
What do you call a crunch wrap with double the...
That's just you just advertise the food. That's fine. I don't know if there's many of these uploaded. Oh, because there was one for like prom. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. The point I was trying to make with those is that it's just stupid. It's just like, you know, these could be like once in a lifetime events, but you know what? Screw those once in a lifetime events. You need that taco because it calls for you. You must have Taco Bell. No matter if your child's being born, like that's an interesting one. Your wife's in labor, and all of a sudden, like hospital equipment gets knocked over, and it's like it reminds you of the Taco Bell's bell ringing. You eating that taco is more important than watching the birth of your son. Or it's like you are about to get married and you're walking down the aisle and like one of the like flowers, a pot of flowers falls over or something falls off the altar at the church. It reminds you of the Taco Bell's bell ringing. You getting married is not as important as that taco. Nacho fries are back, only for a limited time. Only at Taco Bell. It's not as you getting married is not as important as you scarfing down a chalupa. Oh my god. All right, here's another one. Someone you love just. This one's kind of dark. Someone you love just passed away, and you're carrying that person's casket to the hole at the cemetery, and all of a sudden, like, one of the chairs for like the chairs are set up for the family. One of them falls over, and it reminds you something. It makes some sort of sound. It reminds you of, once again, the Taco Bell bell ringing. You drop the casket, and it just completely drops to the ground. The dead body comes out, and it's just like a whole fucking mess. When you need a taco, you need a taco. Your friend's funeral is not that important. Get the shredded chicken crunch wrap supreme, only for a limited time at Taco Bell. Doing. It's just so stupid. It's so dumb. Like it's dumber than the Chihuahua commercials. Those they absolutely catch your attention, to be sure. But it's like it's a bunch of these scenarios that, once again, nope. Doesn't matter if it's your first kiss. It doesn't matter if you're about to make a friend. It doesn't matter if you just won the World Cup. When you need a taco, you need a taco. So I had some fun with this, for sure. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna post this entire video on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed it. With that said, this is Pitt. You're one step closer to trying to become a nerd. I will be moving back to actual, gaming, too. All right? Have a great night. Make sure you give me a follow.